and the Venus flytrap will eat its victims.
I've been working way too hard for this shit. I've been working way too hard for this shit.
And suddenly the cook is on fire.
I've been working way too hard for this shit. I've been working way too hard for this shit. I've been working way too hard for this shit.
Put the chicken in the basket. Put the chicken in the basket.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. The link is in the chat, so if anybody wants to come up, they can. It's also in like the link in the members chats and stuff like that. So,
Hey.
there he is. Thanks, Gil, for coming in. Smash the like button. Yes. And share me out. That's how you get the word out about my show and all of that stuff. Hello, Cindy Squirrel off grid. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. My membership is only 99 cents a month. It's super inexpensive.
And you get a lot of stuff from
Star.
her too.
Yeah. Star in India was telling me, he's like, I just sell three eggs, 3 dozen eggs a month, and it pays for your membership. I'm like, okay, Star. Okay. Yo, hey. Oh my gosh, your hair. It looks good.
It's wet. It got rained on today, so I washed it, so it's down.
I like it.
How bad is the Red Baron? Because it sounds bad on this side.
It's pretty Red Baron-ish.
It sounds like the helicarrier.
Thank you guys for coming in.
I may not stay up very long then.
It's okay. I understand. Larkster, thank you for coming in, supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming in here. Tonight was the topic is YouTube and how hard people work just in general at you know, getting monetized. So I thought, oh, that look. Tammy has the look. That scares me. Like, I'd be scared of that look.
That's the mom look. You better run.
But yeah, so that's tonight's topic. So if you guys have any questions about YouTube, about monetization, about getting paid, just stuff like that, we can all answer that for you because we're all monetized. And it's not easy.
Yeah, we all have channel memberships too.
Yes. And the reason why I have channel memberships is it gets me over the hump. And if you're not aware of the hump is $100. Okay. If you do not make that, you do not get paid.
Till the next month. Yeah.
So that's what that's about. So that's for everybody that is monetized. So what happens is my videos don't pay out. So I subsidize with memberships, and that helps my channel. That helps my farm. That helps, it helps me give back to my community that I have created. And like I can use that money to, like, say for instance, I love Garden State Gardener and I support him 100% in what he's doing. And when you donate to him, you're helping his channel by paying for things like stamps and packaging and stuff. Because if he doesn't get that money, he's working his butt off to get that money so he can pay for packaging and stamps and all that stuff to send out his seeds. So yeah, Tammy does look hot. I like her hair like that. Envelopes. Yeah, all that stuff is super expensive. Even if you buy it in bulk, it's expensive. So, that's why we have memberships. That's why, we do the things that we're doing. And like, I don't work by choice because I'm raising my son. So this is, even though, it seems like a lot, it's really not. This is my job. And the only reason why I can do this is because my son is in the other room and I know what he's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's hot and she can fix cars. This is not a Tammy dating service though.
In my defense, the car only went 1 mile and broke it because I didn't think it was in enough shape to drive home, and then we had to turn it around, and by turn it around I mean tow it back to where it was. This is the same car that broke down about 6 months ago. I was trying to get it home to work on it. It wasn't a very good fit.
I want to put this out there too. I'm also a firm believer in not raking people under with horrible YouTube pricing either. I'm not going to charge. I really don't think my advice and my gardening tips is worth $100 a month to be a member. Some people, they may have wrote a few books out there. They may have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So they think that their time is worth that $100 membership. I don't feel, I'd rather have more members at 99 cents a month than have 2 members at $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this way, I made it that way so that people can be members. It's $12 a freaking year. So anyone can be a member of the channel and have fun. That's why I made it that way. Rebel Canners, if I was a man, I'd date you, but I thought Diggs meant ya looked like you were out in the heat. Oh, he smiled at the end, so I took it as he thinks Timmy's a hot mama. That's what I got out of that.
Well, it was 80 degrees today. Well, rained.
Yeah. Well, Courtney, I'm adding to what you said. I have written several books that are published within the federal government. I've written and printed out a bunch of other mini books that have been out for free that have been distributed and stuff. And I only charge, I charge 99 cents for generals, and I have $1.99 for the ones that want the special training classes. But I ain't even charging $5, which is what what YouTube puts out as the basic.
Yeah. Mine's, I mean, I do have a tier. I think my top tier is $4.99. So it's not very expensive. You can be a part of something big that I have created here and still have fun. This isn't an advertisement though for my memberships. This was just to tell people, because a lot of people think that I just get on here and I twiddle my thumbs and they can get on my panel and they can be monetized. And that isn't the case. I worked my butt off for this. Lots of late nights. I wasn't always on Gil's panel. I was live when he was live so I could get my hours. I worked my butt off for this. So, yeah, it's not easy. And they take away subscribers and it's discouraging. You know, and you just have to keep pushing.
They take away subscribers. They drop your percentage on your video money off your videos. You know, it's you know, we're dealing with a corrupt corporate entity.
Hey, Howie, thank you for coming in. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Q. And I don't know why you're not a wrench, Q, but you're a Q. You're gonna be. I have no idea. I think you were on your other name, and then I never changed it. So there you go. Your monitor, wrench, a monitor. What did you have to say, honey? I'm sorry.
You know, I have more of a following on Facebook than I do on YouTube.
Yes.
But I just, you know, decided to get monetized on Facebook. I'm already making more on Facebook with, I think, 33 subscribers. So the subscriber thing I didn't do before this, even though I
Thanks for coming in, Grammy Karen.
I'm making twice what I'm making on YouTube.
Yeah.
With like 33 subscribers on Facebook. You know?
I'll tell you why I'm not on those other platforms as much. Because I just don't have time. I don't have the mental capacity to remember all these passwords, to type. I just can't do it. So I just got monetized on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And guess how much money I've made? Zero money, because I don't want to play around. I just don't. I have my thing here, and I don't want to go anywhere else. I worked too hard for this year.
But I'm just pointing out that it's not like none of us are carrying home bushels of anything.
No.
You know?
And I think the misconception is people think, oh, well, you're monetized now. You're making all this money. If you've done any research, you would know that they don't pay that much. Go ahead, Tammy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just spend more on a video than I make on it.
Yes.
I mean, just the cost of ingredients to can something. I mean, I only do videos on things I'm already going to can for myself. Because if I just did videos for the sake of doing videos, I'd go broke.
Yes. And honestly, I'm like, I don't know. This is just really, it's a really tough platform. And I've been really successful at it. And I've been successful on my own. I was monetized before I had a ton of people on my panel. Viper helped me a lot with that. Gil helped me a lot with that. I owe a lot to a lot of people that have helped me. But I worked my ass off for it. So it takes a lot to get there. Some people, it takes 13 years to get, you know, where they need to go. So it's not easy. And for someone to think that, you know, they can just get monetized overnight.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are a couple channels that have done that, where the kid that was doing all that the videos of all the Lego stuff, and in 3 months he was monetized, and in 6 months he had 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And he was he was under 17, and he was making $100,000 a year. That's the rare exception, but that's what everyone talks about.
Yeah. Well, the Lego thing has really got super popular too. They have the show out, so.
But nobody can hand you anything. If nobody else can make your channel for you successful. You have to put the work into it yourself. You can't make people watch you if you don't have content. You have to have content.
Okay, so my favorite pepper variety is not of a Baker Creek variety. It is a lunchbox pepper. That is my favorite. It is, I believe it's a hybrid, Abby, but they're those little peppers that you get in the store, and they're my favorite. I do love just a regular bell pepper, but to be honest, I do not grow. I would have to grow a half a field of bell peppers to get what I want out of them. So what do? I go to my local pick place, and I pick 3 or 4 or 5 gallon buckets full, bring them home, wash them, chop them up. And that's how I do. If you have enough space and you have a huge farm where you can grow a half a field of peppers, then that might be, up your alley. But it's not what I can do here. It would take up half of my garden space. And I don't have time for that. Lunchbox. I don't know how I type it in. I got them at Johnny's Seeds. Lunchbox. And they're little peppers, and they're so good. You can cook with them. I've put them in enchiladas before. They're just they're kind of small for that. So you'd need 5 or 6 of them. And I definitely wouldn't put them in salsa. That's not, I don't know. People have different tastes though, but I wouldn't put them in salsa. I would put bell peppers in salsa because they have less of a sweet taste. I don't want sweet salsa. But
I'm just the opposite. I like sweet salsa.
Oh, okay. See, everybody has a different taste though. So.
Oh yeah, my daughter likes hot salsa. I like sweet, mild salsa.
My son loves salsa. We went and ate Mexican food for lunch today, and he was literally scooping it out with the chip. He loves it, which I'm so proud of him for eating that. Because when I was a kid, I hated salsa. I hated it.
Jay's throwing out the jokes again.
I have been on the quest for the perfect paprika pepper, and Joe just sent me a paprika pepper for making paprika. So that will be my favorite if it works out for me this year.
Hi, Corsair Trainer. Bye, Steve. Every once in a while, I pop into Steve's. He's on Mondays at
Monday
noon.
morning at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 Pacific.
Yeah. So every once in a while, I go over there. I love hearing Steve talk. He is he's a no bullshit kind of person. And it's funny to me.
He turns off his filter 15 minutes in.
Yeah. And I love it. He's a no nonsense person. He'll just tell you how it is. And I go over there and I tease him. He has this emoji that has it's Cheetos. And I'll be I really want some Cheetos. I love it. So if you guys can, check out Corsair Trainer on Mondays. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a 2-hour show, the Monday morning coffee, whatever, aka the Island of Misfit Toys. He's the captain. Anthony Pinello Parrott is first mate. I'm second mate. Rachel Knight is, I believe Rachel's up in the crow's nest. Iron Fire Horse is the drummer for the cadence for the non-members down below deck who are rowing.
That's hilarious. But yeah, so anybody have any questions about YouTube monetization or whatever? I don't want there to be any misconceptions that I just had a free ride here, because I did not have a free ride.
Yeah. I don't think anybody in the homesteading prepping community has ever had a free ride.
No.
Yeah. And for those that are wondering, yes, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. And it can take anywhere from 3 days to 3 weeks for them to approve your monetization.
Right.
You have to do regular videos. You can't just do all live streams. They won't monetize you if you don't have regular videos.
Yep.
And so you got to do at least one regular video a month, so you're not all live streams. But sometimes there's the regular videos that just go bonkers. You can do one you think it's going to be just a little stupid one,
man.
and the next thing you know, that video has 60,000 views on it, and it's like, whoa, what happened?
I know my one video has like that's the highest one I have. It has like 7,000 views on it, and I still get comments on it. It's my nest rolling egg video where I have the nesting boxes, and people still go to that video to figure out how I used it. I used paint trays for my nesting boxes, and what happens is they're at a slant, so then the eggs, you put carpet in there, and then the eggs roll down, so then that way the chickens are not pecking at their eggs. So that is one of them, one of my videos. But honestly, I'm not getting rich on that video.
Yeah. Yeah, my number one video was from December 14th, 2019. It was on lamp oils, alternative fuels. I got 162,000+ views on it. But it's just a constant thing all the time. Like every day I get like 50 views on it.
Yeah.
But not everybody's leaving comments.
Right.
Yeah, for me, I don't care if I get paid or not. I don't care. I don't even keep track of views or anything. The last time I looked, the most views I had was on a video from overseas in a red light area. And that figures because sex sells.
Yeah.
No, I was just walking down the street showing some of the girly bars. And
yeah,
that's it. I don't care if I get paid. I just like it because it's a hobby.
Right. Well, I'm really into gardening. Like, if you guys haven't figured that out yet. And so I love doing this, but I also, I don't know. When I first started doing this, I never thought in a million years I would have members. And honestly, I didn't even know if I wanted to do that. I took a month to figure out if I really wanted to do that or not. It takes time and it takes dedication to entertain people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if I wanted to do that or not. But I also, I don't work. I treat it like a job. And I have my set schedule and hours, and I've had those set schedule and hours for 3 years. And so, I am dedicated to it. And it's just been recently that some of that has changed just a little bit because my son is going to school. Yeah. So I have an earlier schedule. So yeah.
Yeah, when I got monetized, I had my 4,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours for 4 months before I pulled the trigger. And I didn't do channel. Oh, this is over on Camp Patton Family Compound. I didn't do channel memberships for almost a year and a half after that.
Yeah. Because it's tough. Now, I know some people like Two Family Homestead, they have like, I think it's like 17,000 members, or not members, I mean subscribers. So they have probably a lot of members. So what they were doing is they were probably getting enough money to, they were sending out seeds once a month to their members. And that's a great idea, but that takes members and that takes money, you know? And so it's tough. It's not an easy thing, guys. And I think a lot of people are getting that misconception that I just, you know, I'm just taking everybody's money and, you know, and I'm not watching their stuff and, you know, and stuff like that. And that's not the case. I have a life too, outside of YouTube. Believe it or not.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that. No.
And I do. I try to watch everybody's stuff and I leave comments, but it's tough. It's very tough to balance that. Hello, old Wayne.
I gotta step down.
Okay.
It's about to get noisy here. I'm sorry.
It's
Bye.
okay. I understand, Tammy. Thank you for coming in.
Later, Tammy.
Old Ways, by the way, I love you. I'm praying for you and your family. I think you're such a wonderful, wonderful person. And I'm sorry about everything that's going on in your life right now. I'm just hoping that things change for the better for you. And I'm so glad that you're here with us. You know, you're taking the time out of your busy schedule to be in this chat. And that means a lot to me because right now, out of all of us, you're really going through it. So I really, really appreciate it. And anything else that you want to add, Gil, to this? Or, I mean,
one of the things I've learned, I've learned about stuff is if you start doing a schedule of putting stuff out, you see an increase. But if you screw that schedule up, it drops off and it takes a month or two to get back up to where you were. I mean, that's like right now, for here on Graveman Prepping, I am struggling trying to do that 4-minute video every day of your prep for today.
Yeah.
And that's actually, after some days it's easy and I get about 5 or 6 of them preloaded in. Other days I can't, it's like my brain goes dead and I just can't get my head around videoing and editing.
Hey, Star. Thanks for coming in, sweetie. It's tough, you guys. And I struggle because I have a hard time trying to, like, I don't even know how freaking Gil does it, to be quite honest. I struggle coming up with a topic. I do. And I can talk somebody's ear off. I can do that. I can literally talk about nothing. I can do that. I was in radio, like I can do that. But when it comes to a topic every single day and talking about that topic, Gil is number one at that shit because I can't do it.
Well, I cheat. I have 40 plus years of notes from emergency preparedness fairs and information to pull from.
Yeah.
So it took, I'm pulling from stuff for your prep work today. I got like on Tuesday, I got like 6 suggestions for your prep for today items. And then, it's like, if there's something I'm not talking about, let me know. Cortney would love you to ask questions about chickens and anything else, and give her for topics for her live streams as well. Anything you do to help us with a topic is great because we know, hey, that's what my people want to hear.
Cindy Squirrel, for my members, I have a whole mess of things. I share pictures that people don't normally see. I share my life, basically. I share my pictures of my family and stuff on my members only. I also do have a whole plethora of videos for people. I'm doing a back to basics series where I'm teaching people just the basics on how to plant stuff.
I like those. Mm-hmm.
And I'll have more out here once I get the gardening stuff going. And then I also have like my members who have stepped up and done videos for me for the members only as well, teaching you how to do things. I have Rebel Canner's on there teaching you how to write an ebook. Bob on there teaching you how to make candles. Backwoods Law teaching you how to do CPR. I think Viper was on there teaching how to run GIMP, which is a program for graphics and stuff like that, how to do t-shirts and all of that stuff. I have a whole bunch of knowledgeable things on there. I only do that every once in a while. I do a members only, and people that are members can come into the chat and talk to me personally. And I have all different kinds of stuff that I offer my members. So, and for 99 cents a month, you can't beat it.
And she puts out these little video links to YouTube video clips put out by artists and stuff and some like, I didn't know what that song was. I didn't know that song before. I go listen to it. Oh, that's a cool song. So she gives information like that out as well. It's just fun stuff just to throw out there for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there that you can learn from if you choose to do that. Not only that, I'm going to start doing things like once a month do karaoke, where people can just come in and sing and shoot the shit and have a good time and not worry about what's going on in the world, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff for members. Not only that, we have a great friendship as well. We're all super, super good friends, and we've been around for years and stuff like that. So sorry, Q. But I feel like I've known some of these people really well. Some of them, I guess. Yeah. Others I thought I knew, but I don't know anymore. But honestly, I've known these people for years. And I mean, Tammy has spent the night at my house. Blue, Cosmic Cultivators, they all been to my house and stayed in this room. So we have a really close community. And, I have no idea how Bruce is. I haven't talked to Purple T-Bar in a long time, so.
I sent him a couple of emails with no response.
Yeah.
So I was checking on him, one old soldier to another, how you doing? And I haven't heard back from him. So I don't know what's up with him. I did though. I like the guy.
Yeah.
Diggs, I got to meet Diggs. He came over, and Chris from Cosmic Cultivators made us an excellent meal. It was amazing. And we all sat and ate together. It was really funny because Blue and her husband, they both left their steaks on the table, and my dog, Smelly Ellie, had a smorgasbord. They left their steaks on the table, and my dog got them. But we were so full, you guys. We ate that whole weekend. Everybody ate constantly. We were so full. But Chris from Cosmic Cultivators used to be a chef. He's a retired chef, and he is amazing cook. And he cooked us up something amazing. And we had such a great time. And
hey, Cortney,
yeah,
idea for you. I picked this up from one of those YouTube newsletters they send out.
Mm-hmm.
In the summertime, when I'm putting out more videos, especially on Camp Patton Family Compound, take some of those videos that aren't date sensitive, and I'll release them to channel members only for a week or two before I release it to the public.
Yeah.
That way channel members get an early preview, and that's the suggestion they, YouTube said to do.
Yeah. You guys also, you see the emojis in the chats. Those are all emojis from the show, and emojis you can share out for everybody as well. So that is also a perk to being a member. Like I said, it's only 99 cents a month. Not that this is an advertisement. It's not. But I was just, people, I don't know what people think. And
there you go. There's those emojis.
Just goofy emojis. And I don't know if people think I'm making millions over here, but if I was making millions, I wouldn't look like this wearing my Walmart tank top. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My favorite herb. Oh my gosh, that is so hard, Abby. It's so hard because I love basil and I love oregano and I love thyme. Those 3 herbs can make anything taste amazing. And I'm a huge pizza fanatic. I do not eat it very often. Honestly, I wish I could eat it every day. I love it that much. But I love oregano and I love basil. And every once in a while, I'll get a hankering. I'll make a low-carb pizza, which is like pizza on a tortilla, and I'll pop it in the oven. And I'll put like my dried basil and my dried oregano on it. Oh my gosh, so good. So it's really hard. Yes, I love garlic and I love cilantro. Put that stuff in some salsa or put it over some freaking enchiladas. Oh, yes. So it's really hard for me to narrow that down. But I love garlic. I forgot that was even an herb. I consider it like in the onion type, but it is an herb. So I don't know. I love them all. I have a really hard time pinpointing, but they're all good. It's all good. And yes, so if you have that gene where cilantro tastes like soap, I am so sorry. It is so good. It is so good.
I would say, my favorite herb is basil for one reason. My wife takes the basil, runs it through the Cuisinart, olive oil, then she adds just a little bit of garlic to it and stuff, and she makes some stuff that a basil pesto type thing, and then uses it on a bunch of things. And just as when she does it with extra olive oil in it, it's a great bread dip. Oh, I can get overweight. I can get overweight so fast on that. Just dip a little.
Oh yes. It's really good. By the way, I love pesto, basil pesto. I have once made a basil pesto and put it over chicken breast with olive oil, and then put that in the oven with a little mozzarella. Oh my gosh, so good! It's amazing.
Hey, it's a good thing CR's not in here. He'd going, I'm hungry.
Yeah, we always end up talking about food. Always.
Hey, homesteading, food, it goes together.
See, I don't know if I would like this. See, I'm not into weird. For me, the nettles, the stinging nettle is a little weird for me. I guess if you were raised on it or if you had it and you're okay, then I guess the stinging nettle pesto would be number 1 in your book. But I am such a picky eater. That would not go with me. By the way, a ramp pesto. I love onions and I love garlic. That would be amazing. And I'd probably smell for weeks. I would smell for weeks. Weight challenge food seems connected somehow. Yeah. But I have lost 10 pounds and I'm still trying to lose some weight. So I've been doing really good.
Yeah. I just sent Wayne my weight for this week. I'm flatlining here at 195 right now.
Yeah.
I gotta break that. When I break that and start losing a little bit more, then I'll drop 3 or 4 pounds, before I hit the next plateau down.
I know I haven't really weighed myself a whole lot, but like my jeans and stuff are starting to be loose on me, and I really love that. That's perfect.
I think part of my thing is why I'm not losing weight is I'm turning fat into muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah, that's another issue I'm also having because we're walking a lot. We're going to like parks and stuff lately. And then I've also been working in the garden. Like I just raked a bunch of crap out of the garden.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Do your Sunday weight, Diggs. If there was a movie made only by vegans, herbs would be their superpower. Yes, they would. That's what I would say too, Gil. Says Gunslinger. Hello, Gunslinger. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Hey, Star, get your weight into your team captain today.
Darn it, Steve is not in the chat anymore. I sent him an unlisted video today about the buildup in South China Sea. That's another topic. It's not food or anything. It's It's a real topic. Yeah, we've got forces in the Philippines now like you would not believe.
Yeah.
Hmm. I was going to ask his opinion about it, but he's not in the chat anymore. Darn it.
What was I gonna say? Oh, favorite. Okay, Bountiful Harvest Abby asks, "What is your favorite tomato variety?" I hate tomatoes. I do not like raw tomatoes. I don't like the way they smell like dirt. I do not like them. However, I have tasted every single one because I like to know what I'm growing in my garden. I like to know what it tastes like. I've tried one year I planted those blueberry cherry tomatoes. Those are horrible. I thought they would be sweet. They're horrible. They're supposed to be, they turn blue. They were horrible, horrible, horrible tomatoes. I didn't like them. I've tried all different types. Kellogg's breakfast. By the way, the Kellogg's breakfast is delicious. I highly recommend you growing that, at least a couple of them in your garden. Oh, thank you, Susan. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. Oh, well, thank you, Gunslinger. I know you've been busy.
Salute.
But the best tomato variety that I have from my experience has been the Grandero. That is the best yield. So if you want, the Grandero gave me production. They gave me the best yield. I think I got 60 pounds every 3 days from those tomatoes once they started, and it made the best sauce. It tasted like ragu when I was done, and I didn't add anything to it. It was the best sauce I ever had. It was so good. So Grandero is a hybrid, and I got it from Johnny's. So thank you guys for showing your memberships off. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't like tomatoes. However, I will try them because I'm still on a search for the tomato that I don't want to put down. You know what I mean? Like, even though I don't like them, I will try it just to see if I do like it. I might like something, but I don't know. I haven't found one that I like. I do like everything made from tomatoes. I mean, I like ketchup and pasta sauce and, and all of that stuff. I can't see myself cutting off a big hunk of tomato and making myself a sandwich. That ain't gonna happen.
All right, guys, I got stuff to do. I'm gonna bounce out later, everybody.
All right.
Take care, Bob.
Grandero. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna learn how to spell it, Hero. I don't know how to spell it.
Grandero?
Yeah.
Grand E-R-O.
Oh, there you go. There it is. There it is, Abby.
Yeah. I got it too, and the best price is to get the 100 seed pack. Unless you get even more bulky, but for just the regular pack, the 100 seed pack is what Courtney said she got last year. That's what I ordered this year. I got Granderos growing in a 5-gallon bucket indoors, and I'm getting tomatoes off of it. So,
yeah, I've had people members for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
So people are not running away from my channel.
Yeah, I was dragging my feet. Courtney's channel was the first channel I became a membership to.
And I appreciate that, Gil.
And it took me 5 months to drag my lazy butt over to push that button.
Seriously, I appreciate your membership to my channel. Like, me and Gil go way back, at least 3 or 4 years, because before I ever was on anybody's stuff, it was Gil. Like, I was in his chats all the time, chatting it up, making you guys laugh. Like, I was, and so I owe a lot to Gil. He has helped me tremendously.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Jay, no, that wasn't punch a shower. That was hit the shower.
I would start one to punch the shower. Yeah, don't punch the shower, or don't hit it. Don't hit it too hard.
Yeah.
I might have missed it, but did you guys say oregano and thyme are easy to grow? Oh yeah, oregano and thyme is so easy to grow. Thank you, Skinner. 20 months. He's been a member. Skinner, my cousin. Yo.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah.
Herbs, my wife has been growing thyme, rosemary, oregano, and one other one for 10 years in the same pot, different ones. These things are big, huge, and she cuts them all back and they grow up again. And they've survived freezes, blazing hot summer droughts. Yeah, those, and once you get them going and they got a decent root in a decent sized pot, they're gone. They're off the hook.
I'm gonna pretend, Star, that wasn't as perverted as I took it. Okay. By the way, thyme is so free. I know, I was thinking the same thing, Gil. Thyme is so easy to grow. I grew so much of it last year. I had to put some in my flower beds. By the way, if you grow thyme and you put it around your trees, your apple trees and stuff, deer do not like thyme. So grow some of that stuff. I grew the creeping thyme. It seriously has taken over. It is so easy to grow, and it looks really cute in the cracks of sidewalks and stuff like that. And it smells amazing. It smells so good.
I gotta ask Star a question on that one. Spank the shower until she pours water. Is Shower your new girlfriend? Is her name Shower? That makes all his comments take another angle.
It does. Puts a whole new meaning on the things there, Star. I thought I knew you. But thank you guys for showing off your memberships. I really appreciate it. Having people on for 22 months is a huge accomplishment. Huge, and huge for my channel, huge for my personal goals. That means that I've been doing something right. So I really appreciate you all for sticking around. Mm-hmm. So what would you say your top 5 herbs are? Oh gosh. So basil, oregano, and thyme. I planted this herb a while back called lovage. And oh, thank you, Garden State Gardener. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Gosh, you are the most giving person I have ever met in my life. I'll tell you why. Because you have your own channel and you do stuff, and I'm sure it's so expensive to run your channel because you just give. And then you come over to other people's channels and you give some more. You are an amazing person, Joe, and we love you to death. So thank you so much for supporting my channel, making videos about my channel. If you guys haven't seen that one video, it's freaking hilarious. It's the couple that are proposing to each other. And then when he looks up to the camera, he's like, WhydeFamilyFarm. I'm like, oh my God. It made me laugh so hard. I'm like, these two are serious. And then he turns and looks at the camera and says, WhydeFamilyFarm. Oh, that cracks me up. Most people are crazy. But yeah, so thank you, Joe. Okay, what are the top 5 herbs? Okay, so basil. Now there's so many intertwining because you can have herbal stuff, and then you can have medicinal herbal stuff, right? So the stuff that I would love to eat, oregano, basil, thyme. Thyme goes great with chicken, garlic. Those are all things that you can put. They're medicinal, but they're the most ones that you're going to actually put in your food to eat. You know what I mean? Medicinal wise, there's a whole list of ones that you could, mullein. You want to have mullein. You could make an antibiotic for your ears by mixing mullein and garlic together, and you can put it in your ear for ear infections. You can use lemon balm to help calm your anxiety. And I grow that. Mint is great for your stomach. Not only is it taste and smell good, it's good for your stomach. There's just so many herbs out there, and it's really hard to pick. But I would have to say the basil, the oreganos, the thyme, that kind of stuff. Excellent stuff to just keep around in general.
I forgot I had my green screen folded up on that side.
Turmeric, yes. I do have herbal videos out there. Chamomile is another one. By the way, chamomile smells good. You can use chamomile on your skin. I did a calendula video where I made my own calendula. Girl, Here, right here. I have your stuff. Bountiful Harvest Abby right here. This is the Calendula echinacea salve right from her website. Bountiful Harvest Abby. So thank you, girl. I did a calendula video. Calendula is another herb. It's a flower, but you can use it for your skin. I mean, there's just so many things. Yeah.
Hey, Cortney,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going off on a
question.
tangent.
Have you thought of planting cumin?
Yes, and I actually have the seeds, but it was such a pain.
Okay.
It was so feathery
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know. I have to do more research to figure out how to actually grow it because it didn't survive.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that, and I was just looking on Johnny Seeds, and you get a packet of 200 seeds for $5.50.
Yeah, cumin is amazing. It's great in chilies, enchiladas, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I suck at growing it. Cilantro is amazing. By the way, cilantro really loves the cooler weather. So if you guys can plant that right now, do it because it loves cooler weather. People think it's like a summertime herb, and it's not. It thrives in the cooler weather. Yeah. Abby, how did that cumin turn out for you? Because I grew it and it got real leggy and it was so fragile and feathery. I had a heck of a time. So I gave up on it. I would have to say, old ways, anything that is root-like ginger, turmeric, anything that has tubers. I know I just saw Rebel's video today on Jerusalem artichokes. Anything that has like tubers, so easy to grow. You just put it in the ground like a bulb and it grows. You know,
it's kind of protected from pests.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, like you're talking about the Jerusalem artichoke, aka sunchokes, they will spread and take over an area. If you have a raised planter bed to put them in where they won't get out of, that way you can control them.
I want to put them in my food forest, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay,
yeah. I have the slow bolt cilantro, and it worked fine. It was great. The one thing I do not like about cilantro is drying it. I think once you dry it, it gets rid of all that taste. So if that's one of those ones that you want to like keep in a pot in your house and keep it in the window or something, because it's so much better fresh versus drying it. I've had it dried before. I dried it in I have a Excalibur 9-tray dehydrator, and it just does not. I didn't think it had that same taste that I love. Yeah, freeze dried. Yeah, I wish I had a freeze dryer. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, though. They're like thousands of dollars, but maybe with my YouTube millions, all the millions that I'm making, I'll buy myself one tomorrow, I have froze cilantro. I have froze cilantro and basil, I think, before. They say to put it in some tin foil and put it in the freezer. It doesn't taste the same, you guys. It just really doesn't. There's nothing better than the fresh stuff. Okay, well, that'd be awesome, Rebel, because I would really love some Jerusalem artichokes to put in. Hey, Kathy Bates, thank you for being here. I love you, girl. Love you. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. Yeah, thyme, you guys, it comes back every year. Most all the herbs that I'm talking about come back every year, and lovage is another one. I would say it's really important because if you have a hard time growing celery, lovage tastes just like celery. You don't have to do a lot to it. It comes back every year, and it tastes just like celery. So you can cut those off. You can put it in potato soup. You can even make, I like to make my own parsley garlic salt or celery salt. so you can do all that. Rainbow chard. What do you think, Gil?
Rainbow chard is so simple and fabulous. And when you let at the end of the season, when you let it go to seeds, you'll get enough seeds for the next 10 years off of one plant. Each little seed pod produces every one I put in. I've gotten at least 2 plants coming out of it.
Yeah.
So basically, you drop a seed. If you think though you're going to get 1 plant per seed, go ahead and do it in. And when you get 2 coming up, you can either try separating it or you just snip the one off.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
Swiss chard that I grew it because I thought it was so cool in color. It was hot pink. It was hot pink Swiss chard. And when it came up, it was neon pink. It was so cool. I ate a little bit of it, but I wasn't a fan. So, oh, by the way, Abby, I have a ground cherries video with me trying a ground cherry for the first time. It has a slight hint of a tomato taste, but for the most part, it's freaking delicious. It's delicious. And if you don't like tomatoes, you will still like a ground cherry, because I make ground cherry jam. I make all of that stuff. It is so good. When you make it into a jam, it tastes like honey. It is amazing stuff. It takes a while to get it to start.
Yeah.
It's a very slow starter, but once you get it in the ground and you water it and take care of it, it's delicious. And they grow these husks, and they will turn a brown and they will fall off the plant. You'll get thousands of them, and then you'll get more the next year, because if you don't pick up all those ones that fell off, they'll keep coming back.
Yeah.
But they're absolutely delicious. By the way, most of the time I go out there and I was just pulling them and peeling them back and eating them, because they're like candy. It's so good.
One of the things for rainbow chard and Swiss chard, you basically kind of got to fix it like spinach, where you can either steam it or you can boil it. But if you harvest it and you blanch it and freeze it for later on, blanch a bunch of it, put it in a gallon Ziploc bag, and cook it later on. You can microwave it with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a tablespoon of your favorite wine vinegar.
Ooh.
And and then maybe a tablespoon of butter on top.
What about cheese? Could you put like a little crumbly cheese on that?
I've never done cheese on it, on spinach or any of those things, because it's just so good with the other, with just the olive oil, the wine vinegars, and just a little bit of butter on there. But I'm thinking about that. It might be pretty good with some fresh grated Parmesan,
yes,
on it.
Something crumbly, Yeah. Parmesan cheese on it. That's right, Kathy Bates. Ding, ding. Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, unfortunately, Swiss chard and rainbow chard are similar to spinach in that you have to have some vinegar done with it to neutralize, I can't remember what it is in it, that helps cause kidney stones. So if you have a little vinegar in there, it neutralizes it, and you don't have to worry about getting kidney stones. And I got that from my urologist after I had kidney stones. Because we used to eat spinach all the time. He goes, put some vinegar on it, and and do it like that, because that'll help neutralize and I forget whatever the chemical is that's in spinach, and the other ones that contribute to kidney stones.
Yeah. Oxalic acid. Oh, I don't know. Oxalic acid. Thank you.
Something like that.
Broccoli. By the way, it's one of my favorite vegetables. I love broccoli. However, to be quite honest, I can't get it to grow. I know some people that have gotten it to grow, and like Cajun hydroponics, for instance, he had tons of it. I'm like, how did you do this? Like, it was wonderful. I can't get it to grow. And I love this one broccoli. It's called broccolini. It's a hybrid. I think it's a cross between an asparagus, and a broccoli. And it has longer stems. It is amazing stuff. It is so good. And doesn't have like the hard stem like broccoli does. You can actually eat the whole thing. You know, sometimes the broccoli gets that real hard, I don't know, it gets hard on the ends. But anyway, I tried to grow that one year and it is a waste of time for me. Others can probably grow it and it's fine for them. But I would literally have to put pesticides on it to get it to do anything because the bugs just eat it all up.
Yeah. My wife tried growing broccoli there in California. It wasn't the bugs that got it. It was the fluctuation in the temperature.
Yeah.
You've seen the videos on her garden, front yard, backyard. It's all it is garden. And that is one of the things she's tried a couple times and she just doesn't have success with it there.
Yeah. It very well could not like my heat. I have tried growing it in the fall because they say bug pressure in the fall is a lot less. So I have tried growing it in the fall too, and I've never been successful. So I love all those vegetables. I love cauliflower. I love broccoli. And I do eat them a lot but I buy them frozen from the grocery store because
fun fact, cauliflower and broccoli do not occur naturally in nature. They are a cultivated,
I know, garden girl.
Bred plant.
Yeah. But they're wonderful vegetables and I love them to death, but I really suck at growing them. And I'm not very good at brassicas. I'm not very good at Brussels sprouts. I tried those for the first time and I got Brussels sprouts, but they were only this big. So, yeah. It's hard to grow brassicas and it's hard to grow them well. One thing I am really good at is growing lettuce. I'm very good at growing that, especially the leaf lettuce.
Yeah.
I'm not good at growing the heads of lettuce as much as I am the leaf lettuce. And I really suck at growing cabbage too. So I would love to learn how to really grow cabbage. I love the purple cabbage. Love it. It's great grated into things. I love it. But I just suck at growing it.
Check something here.
Yeah, my husband gets kidney stones and he can't have a lot of that. And in fact, that same oxalic acid or whatever is in coffee. It is in tea. He cannot have tea at all. He drinks just 1 cup of tea. He will get a kidney stone and he'll go straight to the emergency room. He passed a 7-millimeter stone the last time he had a kidney stone. Yeah. They did an ultrasound on him and you could see it. It looked like a little marble. So
yeah,
it was insane.
Okay. It is oxalate.
Oxalate.
Yeah. And oxalate, also known as oxalic acids, are naturally occurring compounds in plants, leafy greens, legumes, and other foods high in oxalate are rich in beneficial nutrients. However, some of the variants of oxalates are known to contribute to kidney stones.
Yeah.
So not all oxalates are oxalic acid, but they are similar. Basically, it's C2O4. Yeah, C2O4 is the chemical formula for it.
Yeah. Now, good night, Abby. Thank you for coming in. We love you. Abby is our youngest member, and we absolutely love her. If you can, go over to her channel and subscribe. It's really important that we get young people interested in gardening, and she is a wonder, you guys. She is absolutely wonderful, and we love her to death. Wickshire, the cherry trees and the apple trees that I have in my food forest, I have cherry trees lining my driveway. They're about 10 plus years old. Hey, Shadow Scout, thank you for coming in.
I didn't see Shawnee make a comment, but she's in here.
Yep, Shawnee Shave. What's up, girl?
I must have missed her. Ooh,
Abby is a growing threat. Yeah, she knows her poop troop for sure.
Yeah.
You guys, thank you so much for showing the love and coming in. I've kept a lot of people in here at once tonight, so thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It really does. But yeah, so back to the subject of YouTube. Do you have anything that you want to add to that, Gil?
Once you're going to have to respond like I did with Gray Man Prepping. As soon as I had the 1,000 subscribers, because I had like 4,500 watch hours, or 5,000 watch hours. So once I hit 1,000, I submitted it, and I had to do it twice, because the first time I submitted it and it went 1 day, 2 days, and it took away 3 subscribers. And after my next live, I was back up 5 subscribers, submitted again, and it stuck. Once it stuck, then I haven't dropped below 1,000 on my subsubscribers. But they were always just knocking me down. They will knock you down at certain points. 750, they will knock you down and hold you at around 750. You get up to 950, they'll knock you down and hold you until, and you'll have to get a lot of people coming in. And then once you're over it, act fast.
Yeah.
But there's something with the analytics. Oh, we need to knock them down, because if you're up there doing that well or close to it, they're putting ads on your videos anyways, and they're getting all the money.
Yeah.
So
hey, North and South, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. The thing is, if you have multiple bank accounts, pick one that is your least used for your linking it up through the AdSense, which is used to YouTube's thing for connecting to ads and payouts and stuff. That way it's easier to track. And if you do start growing fast and you hit 40,000 subscribers and you're bringing in money and stuff, consider getting an LLC, limited liability corporation, set up. That helps protect you and everything on it. That's just smart. If you got any sort of business that's making money, that's just smart to do anyways.
Yes. Yes. And a lot of people don't understand. I am friends with a lot of people. But this is also a business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Rebel said it. Anytime you reach a benchmark, they'll knock you down. Doing good, still no information. Okay, prayers out to Old Ways. Thank you so much. I had a cherry tree, but they never did produce. Guessing not enough chill hours here. So I planted cherry bushes last year, and we're hoping for cherries. Yeah, every year I get cherries. Some year I get them, and it depends on the weather. They'll rot right on the tree. I know last year I had some, and I mixed them actually in with the ground cherries and made ground cherry jam, and it was amazing. But the year, I think it was the year before, they rotted right. They got mold or something right on the tree, and because it was raining and it was hot, and it didn't do very well at all.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that, Wickeshire. Hoscops. I've never heard of that. I'll try it though.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to Cortney, if you don't mind, I'll share something here on my analytics page here. Yeah, but I'm going to get it all set up here first, so people know what to expect. Okay, share entire screen. That there. Okay. So this is you go to the analytics over here off your YouTube studio, and
I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna go pee while you're explaining this.
Okay, and so basically it runs on its default runs 28 days. So as the date moves across, you can see how many, and it goes to views. So you can see how the views are. Tactical Tuesday, down on Wednesday, back up for the midnight ride, down over the weekend, and it comes back up and stuff. And you see what the views are here over the last 28 days. Over here, it gives you a running last 48 hours. But up here on the right, where it says last 28 days, you click on it, and you click on the last 365, not the lifetime of your channel, the last 365 calendar days. All right, and this shows what your views are over the last 365 days. Now, if you want more information, you want to find out how you're doing with your watch hours, you can click here, see more, brings up this, and here your secondary matrix, you click watch hours. So now it gives you the views are in purple and your watch hours are in green. And it tells you what your total views are for the last year and your total watch hours are for the last year. And so this stays, and it goes to like tomorrow, when tomorrow's or rather today's hours come up, it's going to drop off over here. It's going to drop off, let me get it there. It's going to drop off April 16th time off the end. So I'm going to lose 123 views and 5.59 hours is going to drop off because I'm picking up the next day. So it'll only run the 365 days, and that's how you track your watch hours for getting monetized, to make sure you have your watch hours. And it goes in, it gives you your times and everything through here. And I think this was when I was doing my 24-hour live stream. That's come, that one spiked so high. And then some of my shorts spike up, boom. But I don't get that many watch hours off of shorts because they're shorts. But this will give you your combination of views and watch hours anytime. Now you can also change this to 7 days, and you can see what it looks like over the last week. And then, or you can do, on this one here, you can also run this for a combination on the last month, so I can see what my views versus watch hours are for the last week. And you can tell Tuesday, Thursday, Tactical Tuesday, and the Midnight Ride, and my other little ones going on, and it just picks up and down like that. So
that's true. Always, you have to have good content. If you do not have content, I'm sorry, but your channel is not going to survive. Especially if you don't have a whole lot of videos, like Gil said, you have to have videos in order to be monetized. So if that is your goal, you better start making videos, because that is a definite necessity to YouTube. And I recently have put out a ton of videos, all different kinds of stuff, just, to add to. Because you need to have content to keep people interested.
Yeah. It's like on Camp Patton, my best videos was way back was when I first did that, the alternate fuels. Then my 2 concrete videos are right up there, and my video going over my tri-fuel generator, where I was showing how to hook everything up and do everything on it. That's my number 4 video, lifetime video, on Camp Patton Family Compound. Some of the ones over here on Gray Man Prepping, they cut different ones up and down. My prepper hauls do really good, showing what I'm doing for, what I'm buying, prices, why I'm buying this, explaining stuff. Mail calls do okay. And my Your Prep for the Day, it depends. Your Prep for the Day, the orange extract, 39 views. The next day, sourdough starter, 137 views. Replacement blades, 143 views. Dried beans, 367 views. So it's what people are interested in. Brown sugar, 434 views. 44 views.
Yeah.
And trick candles are actually something important that people should know about, because they make great fire starters. But where's molasses? Molasses was the one, maple extract, 400 views. Lighter fluid, 400 views. Come where is going back here? Oh wow, it's a ways back here. But Molasses was almost instantly 900 views. Something about Molasses. They just love Molasses, and boom, it had 900 views. So, whatever, putting out videos on different things, help out different ways. Different videos would do better, but videos where you're explaining something seem to do pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, Garrett, thank you for coming in. Much love to you. And Rebel, yes, I just did a review, and I don't think it's doing very well, but I did a review. I got approached by the company, and so far I really love that light. I'm so glad that I got it. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, it's my very first video. When you open up my page, I put it on my main video, and it's a really awesome light. It lit up.
That's the one you plug in, right?
Yeah, it lit up my entire backyard, which is what I need for my animals, because sometimes I don't know what's going on back there. And it's nice to have a light to be able to see what is going on, if something's disturbing my animals or what.
That has a remote control for it too, doesn't it?
No, it does not. This one does not.
That one didn't?
Mm-mm.
Ah, okay. Because I thought the one I looked for it on Amazon came with the remote control button, so you can turn it on.
No, this one does not, but that'd be awesome if it did, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's sometimes some animals will not turn it on, and that way you hear something out there, and you see the eyes light up and they run away.
Yeah.
Okay. I am got to get to bed.
Yep. I was going to end the chat anyway. I have been on for an hour. I don't want to hog YouTube or anything. Oh, here's Garden State Gardener. Howdy. Thanks for coming up.
Were you just getting off?
No, you can stay. Gil was just going to get down as well, so I can stay longer.
I've been up since 2:30 this morning. So that's looking at like 19 hours I've been up.
Oh, I hear that.
So yeah, so I'm going to drop out of here. All right. See you guys later.
Good night, Gil. Thank you for coming up.
Good night, Gil.
And I'm still wired too, but I need to get off this where I can start calming down, not looking at the monitors here, and maybe I can get to sleep.
Yeah. So, Garden State Gardener, do you have anything to say about YouTube, and have any tips or tricks that you want to tell anybody?
Oh, there is no tricks. I lost about $3,000.
Yeah.
Total money. Everybody thinks I have a huge, successful program, and there's a lot of success, but I also give way too much. And, hey, taxes tell it all. And
by the way, I was you interviewed tonight Mary from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. I freaking love her. She was like one of my second interviews that I've ever did. And I was so impressed with her that she wanted to come on my little teeny channel and be interviewed by me. And I was just so impressed by her. So then you interviewed her tonight, and you said something about Wide Family Farm doing the giant carrot challenge. And she's like, I know, I saw it. I was like, oh, you still watch my stuff? I was so excited. I absolutely love her. I think she is just such an amazing person. And yeah.
I didn't expect her to say that. And she goes, yeah, when she said her reaction, I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome.
I know. I couldn't believe it myself. I'm like, wow, that means you watch my stuff still. I was just kind of impressed. So, but yeah.
With YouTube, I have had one super chat in 1 month, and that was $5. So that doesn't cost one package to send out. Yeah. But yeah, memberships are everything. Memberships I count on. And when you lose them, it's like, you blame it on yourself. What did I do? What did I do wrong? All this kind of stuff, And it definitely affects you. I know if my wife's seen my finances on this, she goes, you're not doing the show again,
Right.
But she knows I love doing what I'm doing. We just want to break even. And if we make a couple extra dollars, we make a couple extra dollars, but you're not making a living on it. I'm not making a living on it.
And it really sucks when people put that persona out there that you're just making millions or you're making thousands of dollars every month. And it really kind of upsets me a little bit because I put a lot of work into this, and I am not doing that. I am not making anything really. Maybe if you think about it, I'm making a couple bucks a day, maybe.
This coming period, I'll make about $240.
Yeah,
I think, and I mean that's a lot of memberships to do that,
right?
And and God bless, thank you, thanks everybody for their support.
Oh, completely. Because without them, I mean, I probably would have quit a long time ago. Because I'm not. I love to garden, and I love putting my knowledge out there, but I'm also not getting anything for it either.
Right. And the time you put into the show, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But Cortney, when that guy with the proposal, it was hilarious. He comes into my car. It's a freaking Uber.
Was it a legit proposal? Like he was really. It was.
Yes.
Oh my God!
I set up the whole freaking thing. So the guy goes. He had a ring. He goes in the car and he goes. We started talking about, are you married and stuff? Yeah, I'm married. Blah blah blah. And he goes, I have my ring in my hand all the time, in my pocket, and I really want to get engaged to my girlfriend, but I have no idea how do I do it. So I'm driving down to Jersey Shore. I said, let's do it tonight. I said, we could do it. Let me help you out. I'm not thinking, I'm like, there's no way this kid is freaking doing this. I go, listen, I got a YouTube channel and you can cut it off any way, which way you want it. Just mention at the end of the video, WhydeFamilyFarm and the Poop Troop, and we're going by the beach. I said, I got the perfect place for you to do this, and it's a pavilion. It's in Bradley Beach. You got the ocean, but do you know what to say? Well, I'll tell her I love you. I go, perfect. Works out great. And so I'm making a video. I told her, hey, listen, I got to make a video for my channel. And so can we stop here? She goes, oh, sure. I'm like, holy crap. She's going for this, And I went there, parked, and the guy there was people around the pavilion, and he goes, oh, I need to get out of the car for a second. He's telling his girlfriend, I go, okay, go ahead, tell him, they got to leave or whatever, and she's clueless. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's not even freaking trashed. And she's, they were going out to Asbury Park to listen to music. They weren't drinking or anything. Then all of a sudden, here comes, I do the video. All of a sudden, I'm like, okay, come on, let's do it. And he did it. And I'm like, holy shit. She was crying, bawling. The whole ride back to Asbury, she's like, I can't believe this is, oh my God, it's a dream. I love you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the only thing I'm thinking is, oh, I can't wait to send this to Cortney.
It was so funny. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, you need to go over to Garden State Gardener. That's where it is, the video. And it's so freaking hilarious. He gets down on one knee, he's proposing, and then he turns to the camera and he's like, WhydeFamilyFarm. And I'm like, oh my God.
And then he said, if you might have not heard it, he said Poop Troop after that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So it was like, because we practiced before we picked her up, we practiced that. We practiced that somewhere in the thing. Hey, just say, he goes, Wide Family. He couldn't get it, And I was like, oh, this is freaking great. If we just freaking settles, I can't wait to see Cortney and her reaction. I go, this is freaking great. It's like I had a wedding and then now a proposal. What could be next?
Yeah, I know. It's freaking hilarious the way you do this. I so appreciate it because I am such a shy person. Like how you get these people to do this stuff. Like I could never do that. I just would be so embarrassed to ask. And the way you get these people to do this is hilarious. I just absolutely love it. It's so funny.
So on Thursday night, right? I picked up this girl. She was not totally intoxicated, and we're having the freaking greatest conversation. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was like meant to. If I was younger, if I was 21, it would be like it was a great conversation. Then she goes, women really want to have sex too, and I'm thinking, Oh yeah, I think about sex all the time too. It's like I'm just going with the conversation, and all of a sudden I'm just repeating stuff she's saying, and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, where do you live?" And we start a whole conversation, and I wasn't putting two to two together, and I'm like, "Holy shit, this 21-year-old chick, like at least a 9 out of a 10, really good looking. I'm freaking older than fat, And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I think she's asking me to, hey, you should come over my house.
Oh my God.
And then we get to her house. We pull up a couple houses. She goes, pull up a couple of houses before. And she goes, oh my God, my mother's right there. She's waiting for me. And I'm like, oh, she saved my life to mom.
Yeah, for real.
Because I have never cheated on my wife, and I wouldn't. But I'm looking at this girl, and I'm like, oh my God. I know how many people will die for this situation right now.
Oh my God, that is so funny. But that is, well, quite an ego boost for you, Joe.
No, I felt great for 2 days. I tell you, I felt great. I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I worked out and didn't work out.
That's awesome, though.
So, I tell you what, Uber is really funny because I do talk about your channel all the time, and I have like when people are on, actually I leave it on a little small screen when I go. Like, what are you watching? And I'm like, oh, that's Gil. I can't, whatever. I'm just going on, and whoever's live, and I talk about everybody, and it's hilarious. And it just starts a whole conversation. That's what it does. It starts a conversation.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Moon said taxi cab confessions.
I will be divorced the next day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the things that I've seen. I had 2 girls making out completely in my backseat, got totally naked, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be the slowest ride ever.
Oh my God, Joe. Okay, I don't think I want to know that.
Only 2 people ever got allowed to go into my back seat.
That's hilarious, though.
But it's things like that. I'm like, oh my God, I can't retell everything, You see, and it's a Jersey Shore, so just imagine a Jersey Shore.
Oh, I know. And I'm sorry, as soon as I hear Jersey Shore, I think of Snooki.
Yeah.
And I think of her in her short skirts and how she fell down all the time, and everything was hanging out.
Yep. That's basically what happens. Girls were totally
just imagine what happens in your Uber.
Oh my God. Here, 1 second. I took a picture of this girl, and let me see, hold on. She was in my car, and she was a friend. Her neighbor was my friend. And I know exactly, I thought that's who I was picking up. Then she came to the car, and I'm like, oh, how you doing? I met you before. Let me show you, hold on. This is the Jersey Shore at its best. Oh, come on, where are you?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Jersey Shore, but I have not yet gone.
I can't
Oh
really.
My gosh!
I mean, she's pretty much hanging out right there. You see a big smile on my face?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little better. Well, no, maybe not.
That is hilarious. Oh, my Lord.
I mean, that's what you pick up all summer. It's like, oh my God.
Hey, Jinx, thanks for coming in, dude.
Hello.
Come on. Thank you for coming in, Trapping with Jinx. Boom, you're a moderator. Thank you.
Now, what's funny, when some rides, I gave out zucchinis, right? You know how big the zucchinis get?
Yeah.
And also, I'll be in a car, and girls will be in a car. I go, hey, do you guys want some zucchini?
I don't think I would want to offer
like some weirdo. You look like, oh my God, this guy's a freaking pervert. Yeah, zucchini. You know what zucchini looks like, right? And they're looking at me. They don't say much. I go, here, look in the back seat. My zucchini's in the back seat. And I'm like, oh, zucchini. And you hand out these things like this, and the reaction's like, oh my God, I've never seen something so big. I gave out hot peppers. That's classic rides. Because
do they fry them in your car?
Well, I give them. I put them in a bowl. Actually, I have them in my cooler, and then I put them in a bowl to try to keep cool. And then I give the hottest peppers you can find, Reapers and all kind of stuff. And if you got 4 guys in a car, at least one of those kids in a car are going to try the hot pepper.
Yeah.
So you try to find the end of the ride and try to judge it. And you're like, hey, do you guys want some hot peppers? And they're like, yeah, sounds great. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I got like 3 minutes to get there. And all of a sudden, one of those kids are going to freaking eat it. And you warn them the hell out of them. You're like, hey, listen, there's a bag right here. If it gets too hot, I have nothing here to drink. So if it gets really hot, just let me know. If you feel like you're going to puke, I'll pull over.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, almost the ride's almost done. Oh my God, this is so hot. Oh my God. Oh my God. And all
the
friends.
The whole pepper and the seeds and everything?
Yeah. And they're like, and it happens all the freaking time. It's the most hilarious because you see the other 3 guys, they're freaking bawling, laughing their ass off. And I'd be like, God. Hey, do you guys want some more hot peppers for the ride for your party? I mean,
wow.
I'm it's all about having fun. And
yeah. That is so funny though. But at least they didn't say you have to pay me to take your zucchini. Oh, you mean the actual veggie. My bad. Oh, Diggs. Yeah.
It's the tip. The tip is my zucchini.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I don't know how I would feel about handing out zucchini to drunk individuals because what might happen. Some weird's going on in the back of this Uber.
It's oh my God. I'd make it really fun. I think I'm the only guy in New Jersey that has a 5-star rating in Uber.
Well, you're a very personable person, and I'm sure you talk to the guests and like the people come in, and you're just so friendly. And they probably just like, I'm sure. I wish they. Is there a way they can request you every time?
I've been asked that all the time. So that's a 5-star rating. I have 499 5-star rides out of the last 501 3-star.
Nice.
I guess they didn't like zucchini.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I have so much fun, Cortney, doing it. And I'm like, I don't want to quit doing it. I really don't. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm afraid. I think he's afraid, Idaho. I think he's afraid to write a book because if his wife found out about all these interactions, yeah. Let's just say he might not be Ubering ever again.
I'll give you an example of me getting in trouble. I picked up 3 teachers, right? End of the year, last day of school. They came out to celebrate down the Jersey Shore. Beautiful day, right? We're talking. I used to coach high school sports. They're teachers, great conversation to have. Then one girl goes, I have the perfect areolas. I'm like, oh my God, this girl's going to show me my boobs. Don't laugh too hard. Stay nice and don't laugh. Don't jiggle too much. And I'm like, oh, so what does the perfect areolas look like?
No way.
And all of a sudden she goes, I looked it up. I measured it. And I'm like, look, and I'm like, where do you find this? That's what I want to know. Where do you find this material? And also we go to a stop sign and she goes, whoop. And I go, oh my God, that is so beautiful like that. And I looked in the back seat. I said, are you guys next? I'm just being personable, hey, you guys started a conversation. I'm just going with it. And that's how you make some of the best conversations, just going with the
They definitely gave you a 5-star rating.
Yes, I got 2 tips. I got somebody gave me a nice view, and then second of all, I got a tip.
Nice.
That's great. That's awesome. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable what I say. It really is. I do want to write a book, and I do want to make a video, but I gotta be very constructive about it.
Yeah.
So, how's your hot pepper plants growing?
They're going really good. Everything is in the basement right now.
Mm-hmm.
and everything's doing really good. Like all of my flowers and everything just looks so healthy. And I can't wait to get everything into the ground. I just have to be patient because I want to get everything in there. But our frost date's May 8th, so.
Yeah, usually I don't start until around that time, May 15th, May 8th, somewhere's around there.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush for the summer vegetables. But I'm so behind. Like I still got to do my potatoes. I still got to do my carrots. I still got to do my peas.
I got to do carrots too. I haven't done that. Well, we had 80-degree days. I'm not planting carrots in 80 degrees. So.
Yeah, we hit 90.
Oh,
90
wow.
degrees. That was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure that was wonderful though.
Oh,
like, it probably felt great. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was 80 here, and that was the highest I think it's ever been in spring since a long time.
I love that North and South is here. The only time I see North and South, she's probably saying, "Hey, that's Big Daddy." Oh, because of that one freaking troll on their one live one time when I was there.
Hey, Trapping with Jinx. We're from all over. Joe here on my panel is from New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm a Jersey.
Shadow Scout is from Sweden. North and South is from Kentucky. Diggs is from PA. We have people from all over. Moon, I believe, is from California. So we have people from all over the country here. Idaho is from Idaho. Missouri. He's from Trapping with Jinx is from Missouri. Go over there and check him out. Awesome stuff. You guys, you can learn so much from him, and he traps all these cool things. Like I don't think I could trap animals. I don't know, but I love to watch it. Like I like to watch how people do things, and I think it's really cool. He had bobcats, which I would totally love to have a stuffed bobcat. He does so many cool things. By the way, I don't think I showed anybody any pictures. He sent me a picture of the castor from a beaver. So if you guys have never seen a castor from a beaver, this is what it looks like.
Oh, look at that.
And that is where the vanilla comes from when they make vanilla. And that is from Trapping with Jinx. So pretty cool stuff. I don't know what else I think they make other things out of it too. I'm not sure, but said it has a musky smell. By the way, that castor from that beaver is super expensive.
Oh, and Billy's from Tennessee.
Yep.
You know, but he's in the woods, so it doesn't really matter. Tennessee is just freaking out in the woods. Who knows when the last time Billy saw another person besides his family?
Yeah, that's also where castor oil comes from. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that, Diggs. That's interesting. I thought castor oil came from I don't know. I don't know where I think it came from, but I didn't think it came from that. My mother-in-law has a beaver pelt. That's amazing. I've always wanted, and this winter actually made me think about it more, but I've always wanted beaver gloves. They say if you wear beaver, it's like the warmest waterproof thing that you can wear. And beaver gloves right now are so expensive. They're like $200 a pair. I've always wanted a pair just because I cannot stand being cold in the winter. And I think it's so cool. Oh, you're in Threads and Jars is from Colorado.
So, Courtney, I had this hole outside my garden, right?
Uh-huh.
It looks like that. And I think it could be a turtle. But some people said it could be a beaver or there's a little. See, like there's a hole. So there's a whole bunch of trees and underneath. And there's little sand.
I don't know. I don't think it could be a beaver. That doesn't look like something a beaver would do, but it could be a turtle. But I don't know. Does it look like it's been dug out?
Yeah, with the sand, there's a whole bunch of sand that's out. And so I have no idea what kind of animal. It's not like I'm going to put my hand in there. Hey, let's see what comes out.
Thank you for coming in, Jujubee. I don't know. I think I don't know. It very well could be a turtle. Do you live really close to Jersey Shore, like the beach?
25 minutes away, but it's sandy there.
Yeah.
And where the turtle is, it's really sandy soil.
Yeah, I don't know that. It's interesting though. I know we had a rat. It was a pack rat, and it was digging holes in our beds and everything else. My husband finally got it, but it was a pack rat, and it was making holes kind of like that big in our beds and stuff, and it was so annoying. And
that was a smart sucker too. I remember that whole story. Very smart.
Yeah, and so he finally got it. He finally got it today or yesterday or something. So
where does raccoons go?
I don't know. I don't think they make holes though. I don't know. These are good questions for Trapping with Jinx. Where are you at, Trapping with Jinx? I don't know.
Yeah, see, Billy goes, Joe. Oh my God, Joe, jam your hand in there.
Voles can be bad too in beds like that. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a vole. Oh, okay. Here, you can come up. Here is the link.
The closest water I have, there's like a creek and something. Like a creek is not that far away.
Yeah.
The ocean's about 20 minutes away. Then there's ponds and stuff a couple miles away.
Yeah, if you use that link, you can come on up, Jinx. Raccoons have a very skillful and nimble hands that allow them to dig burrows and soil that can go as small as 3 inches, as wide as 10 inches. Interesting. Yeah, Worcestershire.
I'm still thinking it could be a turtle because I do have box turtles.
Yeah.
Man.
Here's Jinx. What's up?
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yep. So, what do you think could be in Garden State Gardener's backyard?
What do you think that's under there? What should I reach in? What am I going to grab?
Show me the video a second. I'm getting feedback, so.
Oh.
Let me figure out which one to run. Okay.
Are we better now?
Yeah, we're good. I just had both of them open at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Where is that at? Is that along a pond or a creek or something?
There is a whole bunch of trees that got down. So this hole is under all the trees and bushes and a whole bunch of crap.
Is it a yard or your garden?
In my back of my yard.
How big is the hole?
It looks like it goes down pretty far. That's pretty wide right there.
Is it a softball or basketball?
Basketball. At least a basketball. Here's another view.
How deep does it go?
I don't want to put my hand down and find out.
Okay. Well, it could be a lot of different things.
But here's another one. Look, see all the sand
taken out there? Coming out. Yeah, that's burrowing there. But now in my area, we'll have a rabbit that'll burrow like a little hole. Mm-hmm. And then they use the grass clippings and they have a little nest just in our yard.
I have never seen a rabbit in my area.
Not like that.
I haven't
raccoons are basketball sized. And they don't usually they don't usually do that. It just depends on how deep it is. Groundhogs, they kick out a lot of dirt. I don't know if you have groundhogs.
Yes, got groundhogs, but I've never seen.
Corky might have been on the right track. If it's about a baseball size, is pack rats or,
Yeah, and since you have a garden, those animals are just going to be drawn to that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we only have issues with rats, pack rats, and raccoons. They just want that. They want that garden so bad. I don't know why, but they do. And they even ate my rose bush. I was so mad. So, yeah, raccoons are nasty little buggers.
So in Jersey, what do you have get into your gardens then?
Deer.
Deer?
Deer is all over the place.
Yeah.
We seen deer at the beach. Deer are really multiplying in New Jersey.
Right.
But that's not, you know,
I'm
that's
like
not deer hole.
Yeah, I'm like Corky. We have raccoons. I mean, they come in if we don't have those electric fences along your garden. They'll come in and clean you out overnight. That's how bad they are.
Yeah.
And they, I have a neighbor that's a farmer, and he says they just eat the top layer off the corn in his field, and then that's all they eat. They just ruin it, you know.
Yeah, just enough to mess it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have raccoons. Yeah, definitely have raccoons, chipmunks. Yeah, you kind of get everything around. I mean, you got Six Flags is not too far away from us either. And, you know, yeah, they have the whole safari of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you kind of, it's interesting to see you get something new every year.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about actually for bugs is the lanternfly. So
I'm worried about it too.
That is, it really hit New Jersey last year.
Actually,
I didn't even know it hit my garden because last year I tore my Achilles tendon. And so I couldn't make it out to my yard. And so by the time I made it out, I'm like, oh my God, look all this damage. It's all black and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's the lanternfly.
Oh God. That's horrible. I am so sorry. That thing freaks me out. They found some in Ohio, and they're warning the people at my husband's work to inspect their vehicles if they go into Pennsylvania and stuff, when they come back in to inspect their vehicles for the lanternfly. But you know darn well that those people aren't going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are lazy. They don't want to, they're not going to check for the lanternfly all over their truck, you know, their semi truck. So it kind of sucks. Like, I really hope that, you know, that they can come up with something to get rid of it. But who knows? I mean, they do so much damage. Horrible.
James Peragini, whatever, the Jersey guy.
Yeah, I love him, and his dog Tuck.
Yeah. He had the same issue.
Oh,
and
no.
so he was going around. He goes, it was so invasive. Because they come and they multiply. So it's amazing. Thousands of them will just go on your property one day. And
would neem oil even help with that?
I never had the chance to try, but
like,
they are susceptible. I can't even talk. Susceptible to sprays and everything, and they do die. But it's just so massive when they, you know, they really borrow. They're supposed to kill forest and everything. So it should be. I know I'm going to be using a lot of neem this year.
Yeah.
We live right next to a forest, you know, so if they're there, they're going to be everywhere.
Right. Yeah. If you guys don't know what the black lanternfly is, go check it out, because it's an invasive species. And I think it started out, I don't know where it started out, in New Jersey, I think first. Philadelphia first. And then it has spread all over the Northeast here. And I don't believe that it's in Ohio yet. I'm not sure. But it's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible fly. And it will hurt your fruit trees, all of that.
And we went to a Rutgers game, and they were totally all over the stadium. They climb up, doesn't matter how high it is, they're in the upper bleachers, the lanternfly. They look like this. They're actually pretty. That's what they look like. When my son was going through cancer, they were all over the whole Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, all over the place. And that was but when I first seen him, I'm like, hey, that looks like the Chinese lanternfly. We're supposed to kill him. So we started stepping on him and killing him. Then all of a sudden we looked around, turned around. I'm like, holy crap. There's no way why isn't anybody spraying? Why isn't anybody working on this? You know? That was insane.
It's the spotter. Did I say black? It's the spotted lanternfly. Yeah.
Chinese lanternfly. Same thing.
Yeah. It's just a horrible, horrible bug. So if you guys see it out there, destroy it. And I think they're having people call the health department, or not the health department, Department of Agriculture, I think. Anyway, they're having you call the state to let them know that you have seen one, so they can keep track of this horrible, horrible fly. It's horrible. As a gardener, I'm terrified. It's just going to destroy so much.
Yeah, I believe neem oil. Neem works. So definitely, if you see it, prevent it. If you've seen one around your area, just spray.
Yeah.
Get some mint. That's what I'm going to do, is a lot of mint around my property, because mint chases everything away.
Yeah.
And just make sure it's in pots, not in the ground, So
I don't know if it's true or not. They say it gets rid of mice and all of that too. That they don't like mint. But I don't know. I put mint in my chicken coops and I still get mice, because the chickens really, really love scents. They love like mint, and they love when things smell good and clean, and when they do, and they love bright colors, so they'll lay more. If they're happy chickens, they're going to lay more. And so but yeah, I put mint and stuff in their nesting boxes and all of that. And we had such a rat problem. It was ridiculous. We would go out there with a gun and have fun at night. My husband specifically got night vision for that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we would go out at night and hunt. I would hold the flashlight and we would hunt for rats. So then after a while, we got smart, because rats are super smart, super smart. You can't try to trap them in the same trap more than once, because they'll get smart to it. So, I mean, it's horrible. And so after a while, we got smart to it and just stopped feeding them, because what was happening is we had those automatic chicken feeders, and then the rats would come in and they would just eat us out of house and home. And not only that, feed is expensive. So we stopped doing the automatic chicken feeder thing. And after a while, my husband's like, I only feed them this much. I put it on the ground. I watch them eat it, and then they free range for the rest of the day. So basically we starved the rats. And we got rid of most of them. I'm not saying we're 100% free, but we've gotten rid of most of them because we don't feed them anymore, But yeah, it's a huge problem when you have animals. There's rats.
They have a thing called necrophobia. It's like a fear of new things. It's really weird.
Yeah. So, okay. So you were afraid of what?
Necrophobia. That's what they call it.
Oh, okay. So you're afraid of new stuff?
Rats have this.
Oh, you have. Okay.
No, rats have it.
Like,
yeah, what? I'm sorry. I don't know if you hear me or not. I'll try to talk a little louder, but they have it. It's called necrophobia.
Interesting.
The fear of new things. And so, like what you're talking about, using the trap, and they just kind of, they're smart. They're really, really smart. So.
Yeah, it's horrible. And like, you have to feed them. With us, we got the ratinator. So we got that, right? It's a trap. So we got that, and you have to basically feed them. You have to leave the trap open and feed them all the time, and then they get used to the trap. And they're like, oh, this is fun. I'm going to try this out. And then one night you set the trap, and they think they're going to just get fed again, and then they all go in there, and then they all get trapped. The problem is with the ratinator is you can only, I think one time we got 25 rats in that thing. So it doesn't fit that many rats. That's the problem. So, and you can only do this like once a month, because they get smart to it, and then you feed them and they won't even go near it. They'll be like, oh, my cousin got trapped in that. I'm not going in that. They're super smart.
They are.
I do got to get an electrical fence though for my property.
Yeah.
That would help out a lot.
Well, I love we have a Premier One fence that goes around the chicken coop in the run. And I absolutely love that. And you can get it solar power, which I didn't want the solar power because I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it to last as long. So we got it wired in and we plug it in and it's awesome. Is that what you got?
Yeah, I got it right here. But I got to get the rest of it.
Got the solar one. Let us know how it works. Do a video on it. Did you do a video on it yet?
No, I haven't. It's been here for 2 years. I never had a chance to get out there.
Yeah.
Time to get out. It was supposed to be done this winter.
It really has helped. Before I had it, we even had up the street, we had a fox den. And everybody's like, oh, the fox, have you seen them? Their little babies are out and they're so cute. They're so cute. And I'm like, it's only going to be a matter of time when they're going to be down here. It's only going to be a matter of time. And then one day I literally watched a fox come out of the backfield and come after my prize chicken. I ran so fast yelling at that fox. I was so mad and I should have not did that. I should have just, waited. But I was so mad. I was like, get away from my chicken. It didn't kill it because I was quick and ran out there and it was so scared of me that it ran away.
You know what's abundant now in New Jersey? It's growing as foxes. I see a fox every single night when I drive Uber. I seen them on a beach. I seen them everywhere. Doesn't matter where. And it's really, really growing in New Jersey this year.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love fox. I think they're beautiful. Just not around my chickens, please.
I'm just afraid with the kids. Because you hear all these little stories about foxes with, attacking kids or something.
Yeah. I think they're more scared of us than they are anything else. Unless somebody's been feeding them in their backyard because they think foxes are so cute. You always get somebody like that. And then before you know it, you have a fox trying to eat, the diaper off your 3-year-old or something.
Well, you see the same thing with raccoons too. You see the videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
All sitting there feeding the raccoons, and they're like all smiley faces. Look at me eating. Yes. I wonder if they really are looking at the camera and know exactly what the heck's going on.
I don't know, but I have that video of that fox looking directly into our trail cam. Or not fox, raccoon. It was funny. It's crawling up the tree. And then it pops out of the tree and you can see it. It's looking directly into the trail cam. And it's so funny. And it knew that trail cam was there. I think they can see a light or something that we can't see. And it's at night. So they have this, they're nighttime animals. So they probably see something on that camera that we probably can't see. But yeah, it was funny. It's crawling up the tree and it just peeps its head out like, what? I have not seen that, Ginger Ninja. That is freaking hilarious. She said, have you seen the video of the mom nursing and ran after a hawk trying to get her chickens and she ran out topless?
But it started a whole new conversation.
Now I've had, I went out to protect my chickens and stuff like that. On several occasions, but not naked. But yeah, owls and everything have tried, and it's been, we've lost a lot of animals like that. Just pray that we never get a mink because those are horrible and they're very nasty. With Jinx, like, can you get rid of my mink, please?
I hate to say this, I have to take off, Corky.
Okay, I understand. Well, thank you.
Gotta get up early. Yeah, I appreciate you having me, though.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
I enjoy your live streams. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks again for having me. I gotta go.
Okay. Well, you have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah, a mink and a weasel. Oh my gosh, those are horrible. And by the way, weasels, they don't want to eat your chickens. They get in the coop and they'll just remove every head from the chicken.
Wow.
They just kill to kill and then they leave. They don't want to eat your chicken. They'll just destroy. It's horrible.
Once I get my fence around my back garden, that's what we're going to get. We're going to get chickens.
Yeah.
But then again, it has to be really fenced in really, really good underneath, definitely underneath and on top.
Yeah.
So,
how many chickens are you going to get, you think?
I go to extremes. I don't know how you could not buy another chicken. It's like I'll probably get like 15, something like that. That sounds about right. How many do you have? I have close to 50. Yeah. See, I can see that multiplying very fast.
Yeah. You really have to be careful. But with the predators and stuff we have, and losing a chicken here and there, it evens out. And so typically in this time of year, we'll put some eggs in the incubator and we'll add to our population. But for the most part, we have a lot of birds, but they're fun. They're a lot of fun.
I like how you name them all.
Yeah, most of them do, unless they look alike. Then I can't tell them apart. If they look alike, I'd be like, oh, these are the Barred Rock group, or this is the whatchamacallit group. Typically, I can't tell them apart if they look alike, but most all of them have names.
See, this is what I'm worried about. Is I want to get a rooster because I grew up with chickens, and rooster,
Yeah.
Well, my wife's from Staten Island. That's where she grew up. A rooster. It might not work too well.
I've never heard her. Maybe I've heard her talk once. Does she have a Staten Island accent?
Not like the
regular. You don't have a Jersey accent.
No.
Like if you do, it's well hidden. Like I've noticed, but
hey, I'm from Jersey. Hey.
Yeah, I love it. I love the New England accents. I love it all. Like I love that area of the country. It's amazing.
Here, I got another Uber story for you. So the Uber driver was killed. He was found in Atlantic City, right? But he last time they seen him, he was at the Jersey Shore. So this is when I was just starting off. And so my wife goes, be careful, this is happening. Try to scare the shit out of me. I go, I ain't worried for shit, Anyway, I picked up these two guys, about 50 years old. One even had a member's mark, all the jackets they used to wear at the mafia and all kind of stuff like that. And they came out smoking out of freaking a bar, like 21-year-olds, Yeah. And I'm thinking, they came in, they come in my car, they started smoking. I go, guys, listen, can you put out the cigarettes? I don't have people smoking my car. And he goes, hey, what are you, a-hole? Trying to be a complete a-hole. He was a complete a-hole, right? And all of a sudden he put it out, got in the car, drove a little bit, started smoking. And he was pretty much cursing me off. He couldn't believe, he's talking to his friend. He's like, I can't believe this driver is being this way. Cursing left and right. I'm like, okay, 1 second. They're going not too far. They're going to a rich area. I go, I could totally change this conversation around. I said, these guys remind me of Godfather, remind me of Mafia. Let me go with it. I go, hey, guys, teach me some sayings from The Sopranos and Godfather. I used to watch The Sopranos all the time. And all of a sudden, I'm repeating what they're saying. And I'm Polak. I don't have an accent. I'm terrible. Yeah. I'm really bad. And they're laughing their ass off, right? I'm like, oh, this is freaking great. They're laughing. Everything's going the right way, Mm-hmm. Then also the guy's girlfriend calls. He goes, hey, talk to my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, and they go, hey, I'm Joey Tomatoes. How you doing?
I love it.
And all of a sudden we're talking, and they're laughing. Everybody's having a good time. Then all of a sudden, one of the sayings, they were talking about the go-go bar scene at whatever, I forgot the name already. I remember in a couple minutes. And I go to the girl, right, his girlfriend, and I go, hey, listen, your boyfriend and his friend want to go to a go-go bar. How about you and me? Let's go out to dinner, just you and me. I'm gonna treat you like the woman you're supposed to be. And I'm like, holy shit, did I say something really bad? And this might not be a good situation. But they're laughing in the back seat. So I'm going with it. I'm just kept on going and going and going. I go, hey, listen, we could have some wine. And if we like what we're, like the night, we could go somewhere else after. And I'm like, and I'm treating, they got two guys like complete a-holes, turning around the whole conversation. And they had no idea. Well, in that 30-minute ride, after the ride was over, they asked me to go out to dinner with them. They gave me a $60. They gave me a $60 tip. And I was like, holy shit. I really turned that one around.
I love you guys. Great, but I'm not going to be your driver.
I'm going to ask out of my car, I
love it. That's so great. Yeah, bada bing.
Yeah, bada bing, bada bing.
I love it.
Oh, you pick up. And I tell you what, the most girls that are the most flirtatious is girls from Staten Island. Hands down. Because they go to Point Pleasant. A lot of people from New York go to Point Pleasant. And, well, that's where I pretty much work next to. And so you pick up these people, and it's like, oh, my God. So Joby said, Joe, be careful with the regulations. Jackson had 10 birds per acre and no roosters, unless you had farmland. It's all good as long as your neighbors are chill. Uh-huh. Hey, I'm a Joey bag of tomatoes.
I love it.
It's what's interesting when I pick up people from the UK and they're in a car. And I always screw up. I'm like, are you from the UK or are you Australian? To me, it almost sounds the same a little bit. I have no idea. I'm like, you guys keep on talking. It's freaking great.
When we went to New Hampshire to visit the Cosmics, I love everything about the New England states. I love it. So we stopped in New Jersey, and it was like right in the middle. So there was we were in a tri-state area. There was New York was right there and New Jersey's right here. We were right in the center of everything. And we stopped and got something to eat really quick. And the woman, we went to a McDonald's or something. The woman was so freaking nice. I'm like, I didn't even know I was in New Jersey. I was like, where are we at? Because there was a huge, huge piece of grass. And it said, welcome to New York on it. And it was all decorative and stuff. It was like shrubs and stuff. It was real decorative. And I was like, where are we at? Because I'm confused because, with the area. And they're like, oh, well, you're in New Jersey. I'm like, but that out there said we were in New York. She's like, you're just in this little nook right here where there's all these states all at once, right here. And she was so friendly and she was so nice. I'm like, I've never been to New Jersey. I'm like, I love it here already. I love it. It was so great. But even New Hampshire, we didn't even notice, a lot of people didn't have that, New Hampshire accent. And the one where I got my tattoo there, the one guy, he had that accent, that Boston accent. And I was like, you're the only person I bet, because even Gina and Chris don't have that accent. So it was really cool because, I'd like to experience stuff like that,
Is he north and south? She goes, Staten Island, isn't that where Joey Buttafuoco and Amy Fisher was born? I'm like, how do you remember those names? That's from that was from the late 80s or early 90s. That's hysterical. What a loser they are.
Wickershire, Billy is from Connecticut, I think, aren't you? Or Boston. It's so funny. So he'd come up on my panel and he starts flipping people off and everything. I love you, Billy. It's like your perfect Boston. He has a perfect Boston accent. Love it.
So the girl remember Tom Arnold?
Yes.
Well, remember that he was with, who was he with? He was with
Roseanne for years.
Right. Well, when the other girl involved, that was the threesome kind of thing, she was in South River. I used to party with her.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, this is so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny.
No, Garrett, he's in Tennessee. He's in Tennessee. That's where he lives now. But if you were to talk to Billy, he has a strong accent. And it's not a Tennessee accent.
I tell you, if you go central Jersey, south, it's totally different. It feels like that's Jersey to me.
Yeah.
If you go by the airport, North Jersey, it feels like New York City. You know, congested, people are a-holes. A-hole's my biggest word tonight. Just totally different people. Not totally different names, even, you know. I remember when I went to college up north, I'm like, I never pronounced any of these names at all, you know. My town was Polish, Irish. There was we had one black person in the school. That was it, you know.
Yeah, I didn't have any growing up, like none. So
we didn't have any Mexicans, right? Well, anyway, so I was calling out my first day, our first scrimmage. The coach goes, "Hey, yell out all the names, tell everybody where they're going," right? The shortstop name was Jesus, right? And I said, Jesus. I'm yelling out the name. Hey, Jesus.
I have done that before.
I have done that before. And everybody's laughing. I'm like, that's Jesus. I'm like, oh, shit. That's right. I really thought his name was Jesus.
It's so funny that you're saying that because I used to work for a very large telemarketing firm, right? And I got this person's name across my screen, and their name was Jesus. And you know me, I'm just a small town girl. I graduated in a class of 80, and at that point in time in my life, I didn't really have I don't consider myself having a lot of life experience right now, but I have more than I did when I was that age. I can tell you that. I'll never forget. I'm automatic call. I'm calling out. And I called the person Jesus.
That's freaking great.
And I'm sorry. He's like, my name is not Jesus. And I'm like, oh my God. I was so embarrassed. I really was. Well, you know, I didn't grow up with people. I'm like, I even thought in my head, I'm like, why would somebody name their child Jesus? I get that in my head, you know? And so, yeah, you know, I was young and I didn't know, you know.
It's funny how far the world has come, you know, with names. Now everybody wants to name something very different, you know. Everybody has to be different. There's no Johns anymore or Bobs. Well, yeah, how many Bobs you know that are kids?
Yeah, you don't know any. I don't know of anybody named Bob, like other than Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my God. That's just names. Now I put names in the computer every day because that's part of my job. And you got to see some of these names. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I have to get out of my chair and show people these names because I don't know who names their kids such stupid names.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes.
Oh, I feel bad for them. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I actually had a person I was interviewing for my company. And I worked for this company for like 10 years. And I moved my way up to administrative assistant. And I was interviewing this chick for a position in my company. And her name was Trashina. I felt really bad. I just felt really bad. Her name was Trashina. That's exactly how you pronounced it and everything. I couldn't believe it. I just felt bad for her because I think I would have wanted to change my name. I think I would have.
The funniest name I heard in all my life was a girl named a Rest Spot. and I'm like, a wet spot? No, a rest spot. A wet spot? No, a rest spot. A wet spot? Still going back. And everybody's like, I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. I live in a German community. Like there's Amish and there's there's Zor. Like we live in a prominent German community. But every time we go down south to visit Dustin's family, it's primarily German as well. And he doesn't want me to pronounce any of the names. There's like Schonenbrunn and Ganea Hutton, and there's like all these names, and he doesn't ever want me to pronounce them ever. He's like, don't say that out loud.
Oh, that's so funny. The rest are older.
Yeah. Antea. That's interesting.
Yeah, what kids are named Bob today? I really gotta.
Yeah, there might be a Robert. There might be a Robert, and then it's short for Bob, or a short. Bob is short, but for the most part, not a lot of people. I don't think, unless there's like a whole community of people named Bob out there I never heard of.
What about Bob? That was a great movie.
I would have never named my kid Avatar. Like, are you serious? That's horrible. Like, no. Yeah, Robbie. Maybe I've heard of a Robbie, maybe.
I don't know one Robbie.
But it's not very popular.
I'm just thinking some of the names.
Oh yeah. I can't think of them all. I've interviewed people. I'll never forget. I interviewed this woman, and she went in for the interview, and she was wearing a very short skirt and no underwear. I interviewed this one woman where she brought in M&Ms to her interview and like was dropping them everywhere, all over the elevator and all over I'm like, what is wrong with these people? One person brought their children to the interview.
That's like, who does that?
I've interviewed some interesting individuals.
Yeah, I have a feeling if I had to interview people, like I'll be there all day interviewing them because I just keep on going and going and going.
Yeah.
It matters how far professional I want to go with it. So how many beds do you totally have in your garden?
Oh, 4 and 4. That's 8. 11. 12.
And did you all grow in the ground before that? Or
yeah, the tomatoes are always in the ground.
Right.
And we have, I think, 70 some spots in the ground for them. And then we added more space onto the one side, which I'm going to plant, I think, that Boston Marrow that I found and watermelon in the ground. We expanded all the way to the greenhouse. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's exciting. Exciting. I hope I get some good watermelon. I mean, even if the Boston Marrow doesn't do anything, that's fine because I don't like squash that much. But I love watermelon. I love fresh fruit, and stuff like that. So if my watermelon does really good, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be very, very happy.
Yeah, I need a little more. I need to take out some pepper plants for that to happen for me.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. I am growing like 4 plants, and maybe that might be all I need, Yeah.
But,
same thing with cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe.
Oh, I do too. Nothing beats a good cantaloupe.
Definitely.
Very good.
Tails best.
Yeah.
3. I have 3 Joes. 3 Joe, laughing out loud. I'm just looking at the chat.
The worst interview I had, it was winter, very cold out, 5 minutes down the road. My heat went out in my car. I drove 30 minutes away with no heat. Put hand sanitizer on right before before going in for. Oh, she probably couldn't write it all. So you want to work here. Do you know how to work leaf blower? How many hours do you want to work? And can you start tomorrow? Oh my gosh.
I tell you, it cracks me up how many people don't want to work anymore. Any kind of hard job, nobody wants to work. And when I Uber now during a week, all I pick up during the middle of the week is usually Mexicans. They just came here. I'm in here for 1 month. And all they work on is the language. So I got to give them a little credit that they're really trying to learn the language.
Right. And it can be hard too, like with the accent and everything. Like that can be hard. It can be hard. And I really admire people that really want to do that and do really extremely hard work. You know, I could not go out there and pick oranges. I would die. You know, so I really respect people that can do stuff like that. The interview, I got sticky. They extended their hand to shake. Embarrassing sticky handshake. I didn't get the job. Stupid Ford Taurus. That is funny. Oh, Kim. That's a good story, though. Oh.
That is funny. Wickshire. Gross.
I hate working for corporate. I stopped working and now I work for myself. Well, there you go. I mean, that's really good, Star. I work for myself as well. I sell my eggs, and I do YouTube. This is my job. And yeah, and this job has not been easy. I think if I put this on my resume, I don't think I could express to the interviewer enough that this was the most difficult position I've ever had to have to manage people and yeah, and do all this extra stuff. It's difficult.
Hey, all it takes is one person to see you and say, hey, how about Cortney from Wide Family Farm? And, you know, boom, your whole life changes. Only takes that one person.
Yeah. That's so funny that you mentioned a Ford Taurus. That's so funny. My first car that I paid for myself was a Ford Escort. Little Ford Escort ZX2.
Take care, Shadow.
Aw, have a good one, Shadow. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. Seriously, I thought I was going to get 0 people. So when I saw, you know, I think the largest amount of people at a time here was about 24 people. And I'm so grateful. So thank you so much for being here and being members to my channel and all of that. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes, you got to see all the work I got to do at my job. I have about 5 piles of work I have to get done, which is no way I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
I know I have to, and I know I got my outside work has to get done.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh, how am I going to do this? I have no idea. I know tomorrow, like I wake up 6:30 in the morning, 6:15. That's when I start my day. And and it's just work. And if I want to, you know what I do is I Uber now too, right after work. And from that, then I go home, try to work outside. Then I go back to Uber after a little bit. And I got to spend more time with Joey. I feel bad that I don't spend as much time with him.
Yeah. That's rough.
But you know what? He all he does is want to play video games.
Yeah.
I'm not a video game kind of, you know.
Oh, you don't play with them? That's hard.
So I try to, and I can't watch. Kids watch, people watch, they watch people watch video games, you know?
Yeah,
so
I can't do that. That's boring.
I can't do that.
Mm-mm.
3-minute span. That's all I got. Let me watch it. Okay, I'm bored. I'm out of here.
Do you reach him on any other levels? Can you like?
No.
I mean, no. It's just all video games.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
And I can't force him to go outside and work and do that stuff. The kid freaking has cancer, has a half a lung. You know,
Yeah.
like how do you teach somebody work ethic that has his disabilities?
Yeah, like he probably has a really hard time breathing and like just doing vigorous activity like that.
He gets tired really fast.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and my father pushed the heck out of me. I was up 5:30 in the morning, baling hay, you know, all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
And I just work with extreme work ethic. So seeing my son, like, okay, how do I do this?
You were so sweet. Thank you, Kathy Bates. Thank you.
Oh, it's so nice, Kathy.
You're such an amazing person. I love you, Kathy. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you guys, the little things really help people in your channel. It really does. And like that's awesome, Kathy, that you did that.
Thank you so much.
Because you get all kind of support and everything, and that we appreciate that, and we appreciate the family.
Yeah.
But when you get that money, it makes it more worth it what you're doing. Like Cortney could be sleeping right now, you know, or watching a movie in bed. Instead, she's, you know, doing that something that she likes, and you know, that's awesome. And you got a poop troop salute or something right there. Who is?
Oh yeah. Let's do the poop troop salute for Kathy Bates. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. So thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I hope that you can find something else that you can connect to your son, you know, other than video games. So you can have like something between the both of you. I'm sure he likes to watch sports and stuff, right? So I'm sure you guys can take him to a lot of games. And
no, he doesn't even. He likes playing it, but he's so far. It's like go outside, throw. Okay, let's come time to go inside. And you can't push a kid to do something because they quit. They'll never do it again.
Yeah,
we did go to movies. He likes going to the movies. His intelligence factor is another level. You know, he has a 98 grade. He's 98 grade point average. All his classes combined, everything. Wow. So that's like almost every single test is perfect, you know? So he has really, his gifts are right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
That's amazing. That's good. Thank you, Kathy Bates. You're such a great person. I appreciate you.
You would have loved my grandmother. If my grandmother was here right now, she'd be here watching this with me with a can of beer in her hand.
That's what my grandma was.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, and the dark beer.
Yeah,
my grandma was hilarious. Pork rinds, dark beer, have some ice cream.
Ice cream and Cheez-Its. She had Cheez-Its, always Cheez-Its.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I still can't believe my last time my grandma drove was she drove her car into a bingo hole.
Oh my gosh.
It's the greatest story ever. She comes home, her car is damaged. Like, where did you go? Well, I went to bingo. And there's no bingo.
Oh no.
And so we retraced everything. And there it is. You can see the damage to the church.
Oh no, that's horrible.
No, but it's a great way. That's a great story. Yeah. My grandmother got in an accident. She drove into a bingo hole.
That's horrible, but that's funny. Yeah, I remember when they took my grandmother's license away from her. It was not good. Like, I think she drove through a school bus stop sign. And that was like the last week. Yeah, they took it from her. My great grandma was hilarious. she was like 80 when they took it away from her, and she was still ticked that they took her car. You'd always hear the story. And then my son took my car. You know, she was so mad, but she couldn't drive anymore. She was one of those people that she never had a speeding ticket, never.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she got one when she got older because she was just like, she had a lead foot, you know, and yeah, they took it away from her because they're just like, she can't drive. That's not good, you know. So.
Yeah, my grandmother had Alzheimer's when she got older too, and that was pretty bad. It's from all the drinking. We had a lot of drinkers in the family.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he just passed away pretty much of dementia.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I had drinkers in my family too, none alcoholics or anything, but drinking is just a part of the culture of my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dark beers, you know, wine, you know, that was just, you know, my grandmother wasn't old school German, but she grew up in that kind of atmosphere. So that's just, you know, and then my great grandma was obviously old school German, and my great grandfather came from Austria.
Mm.
So they just, you know, that's how they were raised.
It's like drinking a can of soda, but not, they were happy. It was not like it was a beverage.
Yeah. It wasn't like they were doing it, you know, because they were drunks. However, I did have a couple of family members that were like that, and they did die of alcoholism because of that reason. But for the most part, it was part of the culture of my family, you know, just like in Europe when they drink beers and wine and stuff all the time. And it's just how my family is. My mom is like that to this day, which is really kind of funny. My mom really loves gin and tonic, like me. It's kind of funny.
When I was in high school, if I got totally trash, I would start taking off my clothes.
Oh.
Right? And it happened all the time. Freaking Kozlowski's getting naked again. For some reason, it was just, I don't know. My body looked good at the time, so it was like, okay, let me take off the shirt. Oh, let me do hero. Who cares? Now I'll be like, oh my God. Nobody wants to see me.
That is so funny. Yeah.
But you see us, you know, you see like you go to parties and stuff, you see people you haven't seen in a long time. Hey, you still getting naked when you get drunk?
And you know, as you get older, the less you drink.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I drink, but I don't drink that much anymore because I can't handle it. Can't handle the hangover. Can't do it anymore. So, I mean, I'll drink a couple here and there, but I don't want to feel like crap anymore. So I'm good. I just don't do that. When you're younger, you can handle it more.
See, I haven't had a beverage besides Super Bowl, basically 3 years.
Yeah.
Very seldom, maybe once a year, you know, because if I have to go to the hospital with Joey, I don't want to be, I can't drive, you know.
Yeah.
I would rather drive. And plus I would rather have my wife drink, and it makes a better night if she drinks if we go out.
Yeah.
It's okay. You drink. I'm okay. I'm good.
Does your wife work three jobs?
She doesn't know, but
No.
she's a teacher, and
okay.
she does after school teaching.
Yeah, probably after the kids and all of that, she deserves to have a little fun and a couple of drinks for sure.
Yep. Well, her thing is the pool. She loves the pool.
Aww.
So that's going to start up soon. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. I got to do my naked gardening day video in the jacuzzi. I already got it planned out.
That reminds me of Thorhaven, because every once in a while you'll see a picture of him and his wife in their hot tub. And you're like, oh, thank you for sharing.
That's the reason why I work 3-4 jobs to have the things I have or maintain it. I can't maintain it anymore. My bank account is zero. I have nothing, no savings, no nothing.
Oh my gosh.
And so everything I do is work, and this is what you get.
Yeah.
You don't get a raise, nothing happens.
Well, hopefully there is a light at the end of your tunnel, because you can't carry on like that for a long period of time.
No, I've been going on for a long time. It's time to stop working 16, 18 hours a day.
Oh, Joe.
That's a little too much.
Yeah.
A little too much. I'm getting too old for this crap.
You're a really hard worker, though, but I mean, you can only go for so long.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting a job in a city because they do pay a lot more.
Yeah.
And I really want to do something new in my life instead of what I'm doing. So, but it's like, what? And do I really? Because I'm comfortable, but I'm not growing. I need to grow. I have so much I think I could share or teach or something in society that more of what I'm doing. But yeah. Well, you know what, Courtney? It's time for me to get to bed.
Yeah. Same thing. Oh, Dancing One with Rentals had a question. What part of Garden State are you in? Garden State?
I live in Jackson, and I work in Point Pleasant. So basically Central Jersey. A little south of Central Jersey. See, there's New Jersey. To me, there should be like 5 parts of New Jersey, right? They have North Jersey, Central Jersey, and South Jersey. But people don't go, they go north to south. They don't go east to west. So like parts of West New Jersey, I would never go to. There's just, it just takes forever to go. For me, there should be a Jersey Shore because everybody travels the whole Jersey Shore. So there's a North Jersey, South Jersey, West Jersey, South Jersey, and the Jersey Shore. Yeah. So that's what I look at it as. My uncle lives in the South Jersey. Diggs, where in South Jersey? Do you know the town? I love Jersey. I love where I live. Because where I live, you got acres of land. Everybody has an acre and stuff like that, which is great. But then you go to more east, then you get the Jersey Shore, and it's a total different living. The average houses go, 500,000 and above easily.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. Oh, Cherry Hill. Cherry Hill is West Jersey. So, but see, that's West Central to me. That's not West. That's not it's not South Jersey to me.
Yeah.
But it is considered South Jersey.
All right.
The potholes in 95. No, they're still there. Highway 95 is a zone for north of that. That's where you get snow. South of that, that's where you get rain. It's pretty funny. We see 95. Yeah, Courtney, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was just going to end the chat, guys. It's getting late. Joe, thank you for coming up on panel and hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. And to everyone that came up, I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you guys for all the super chats. You guys mean a lot to me. I have videos out there. Keep watching. We'll see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I go on again. I wasn't aware, but Diggs goes on at the same time. So show him some love too. And we will see you all next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.